Alright, so there's a few different types of levels. Things to know. Misdirection. Interesting. So we've got column numbers and row numbers. That indicates how many of those have mines in them. We've also got numbers in the top right here that indicates how many mines are left in those given colors. And otherwise this is a octagon and square map. That starts out with this information for us. Also important to note is that we are on countdown mode, so the number it shows here is how many mines are remaining adjacent to it, not the total mines adjacent to it. This is confusing when you're used to Minesweeper, but it's absolutely better once you get used to it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all have to be because of the interaction with the 5 and the 1. That also means these two over here are safe. Which clears up all of those as well. We started off too easy. I'm afraid of what's going to happen now. Exactly, Advar. Tiny squares can have mines too. Yep. Sure can. Question mark tile just means you don't know how many mines are next to it. The designed level is refusing to give you that information. Alright, so 2 of the 3 of those are mines, so 1 or 2 of these is mines, so 0 or 1 of these is... Can we chain this anywhere useful? 0 or 1 of these is... So 1 or 2 of these is... Doesn't seem to usefully chain into anything else. Let's see, we've also got these. Or these. So 1 or 2 of those are... And 1 or 2 of those... Oh, so that means 1 of each has to be. Yeah. So there has to be only 1 of each of these, right? So 1 or 2. Oh no, this one's got 4 around it, not just 3. No. So 1 or 0 of these. Which means 1 or 2 of these. 0, 1 of these. This isn't going anywhere again. Anything else look terribly chainable down here? Not particularly. Numbers guy. Just, you'd be like, screw it. Taking the, what's that, about 11 12ths? Probably even better odds than that at random. Yeah, better odds than that at random. One in 48. That it's in line. Yeah, exactly. So Shady's like, alright, we did it. We skipped ahead to find nothing but sadness. Oh, let's see. We know those can't both be. So one of these has to be. So 1 or 2. Then, like, we still got this over here, so we can't chain that much further. Yeah, because if we take any subset of this 3, it's just going to be 0 to 2, so... That's not terribly helpful. Alright, as expected, that easy start was not indicative of the continued progress of the level. And this is also a more unusual, like, shape pattern, more unusual tessellation, whatever you want to call it. Like, we've had this a few times before, but it doesn't have nearly as, like, intuitive patterns, whereas, like, just the standard, like, diagonal square things, there's certain things that'll stand out. It's like, okay, we can use that to gain this information. To learn some of those standards here. Is there any use to going like these 1 or 2? So that means 2 or 3 out of these 4. This could still be, it's a question mark here anyway. Greetings, Jonah Wee. You talking about this for here? Saying these two would have to be mines. I mean, we know both of these aren't mines, so this is a 0 or a 1. I see at least one of these has to be a mine, but I don't see that it's true of both. Because 3 or 4 of these tiles are mines. Trying to see what else this chains with that would help us out here. Right, because that's a horrible feeling. There's 3 dots around around here, so that ends up meaning at least 1, but up to 2 of these are mines. So that means 0 or 1 of those are. And then we've got 4 left here. Oh, it does share 2 with the 1. You're right. It shares 2 with the 1. I kept looking at this thinking it only shared 1 with the 1. Because every time I was looking at that before, I was like comparing this 4 to this 1. Or this 1 and this 4. Yeah, the 2 here is important. So 0, 1 there, 0, 1 there. So these 2 do have to be. Yep, absolutely. That also means one of these has to be, and one of these does have to be, right? Yes, so one of these has to be, one of these has to be. Which also means this one has to be. Hey, Demon Hunter. Good eye, Johan. Oh, there's only 3 next to that. Yeah. Oh no, I'm lying. But we got the same thing going on here. We got the 1 overlap here. Oh god, I did it wrong. I didn't have the space. There's supposed to be a space there. My bamboozle. Okay. I was trying to do it quick. Get that from the interaction of the 2 and the 1. Okay, now that this is a 1, we can chain all this together, right? So this has to be 1 or 2. So this is 0 or 1. No, because this could still be, the 1 could still be over there. Just because it can't be more than doesn't mean it has to be. Yeah. Oh wait, no. It can't, because this is 0 or 1. So that means at least one of them has to be over here. Right? So has to be 0, at least 1 over here. So 1 or 2, which means 0 or 1 here. 0 is impossible, so this has to be 1. So that means this is a mine. And one of these two is a mine, so these two are safe. Hey, Mr. Spokes. One of these is a mine. Yeah, so that's a mine. How's it going, Soppin? Greetings, Debodies. We could probably chain some stuff through here. Is there anything less awkward to do first? Maybe. That's a good Gray Fox. Alright, so 1 or 2. 0 or 1. 1 or 2. 0 or 1. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So, 0 or 1 here. 0 or 1 here. Okay, so that one has to be, and that clears up a lot of other stuff. So that one is, these are... Blip, 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 blip. Kitsuzoku, welcome! Nice, Soppin. Oh, that's too bad, Fox. I've had some of that recently. Always frustrating when your body just, it's like, it's time to go to bed. Body's like, no, I don't think so. Okay, we finally cleared the blue mine. Oh, there's that. So, one of these two. Exactly one of these two. Exactly one of these two. Okay, sure. That's just done there. Okay. Okay, so one of those two has to be, so that one's safe. That has to be mine because those are shared with the one. Not quite a nap, but kind of amusing timing. It's like, instead of sleeping, watch ads to give me money. Twitchbot's selling out for me. Good work, good work. Yeah, it seems like they just cut people off at some point permanently. I don't know exactly why, like if they just maybe do too much in a short time or something, they like think they might be botting and just cut them off without saying anything, or I don't know. And it also ebbs and flows based on like the time you're doing them and the availability and stuff, but lately they've actually had a lot available anytime I've tried it. But, like, I know it's the total amount you can get is well higher than that, because I've gotten a lot more than that. I've probably gotten, what, about... Yeah, probably about $150 of bits to give to other streamers through the ads. Since with my finances, it's pretty hard to justify doing direct donations, but it's nice that I have the opportunity to do it otherwise, right? Hey, Snarfy! Oh wow, nice, Snarf. Basically what Snarf is saying, it's like, you may think you know about bit mining, but I was born in the bit mines, raised in them. They do, Soppin. It's not actually that bad on the low end, but, well, in the US, the, adding, like, that and stuff on top of it gets real pricey. But no, it's not 40%, Gray Fox. It's never been 40%. $1.40 for a dollar is not 40%, it's 29%. But yeah, it's more on mobile, and it's way too much on mobile. And to be clear, it's still a lot, but 29% for $1.40 is actually not that different than PayPal. Like PayPal would be yeah, but you're doing the math backwards, Fox. You do 100 divided by 140. 1 minus that is your answer. It's 28.6% is the actual cut that Twitch takes out of a 100-bit purchase, which is still a decent amount. But like that's been something that's been like really like a thing that's been spread as misinformation since bits have been launched, right? I don't want to like understate it, right? Like it's still a lot, and it's way too much of a cut that Twitch takes on the higher purchases of bits, right? Like they definitely take too much on the higher amounts. Cheers, Stuffers guy. Thanks for the ad bits. But for comparison, like that same $1.40 donated through PayPal would be what? Let's be. Would be 25.8%. So you're comparing a 28.6% versus 25.8%. So bits at the very low end are very similar to a direct donation, actually. Now, once you go up past that, PayPal's fees go way down in comparison, and bits still stay pretty high. So, like, $5 of bits versus $5 donation is that same 28.6%, so about 29% versus more like 9% on PayPal's end. Or on Patreon, that's about 11% or 10%. Yeah, 10 to 11%. There's a lot of complexity with cuts, right? That goes further into like Twitch subscriptions. Like those are reality streamer gets about 45% of a standard subscription, unless they're a bigger streamer that has a better ratio than that. But it's actually about 45%. Cheers, Anvar. Yeah, I do that as well. When money goes on sale on Twitch, which happens once in a while, they have like, oh, 2,000 bits for $20 or whatever. I usually buy those, because then at least like all of my money's going to the streamer, which is better than you can get otherwise, you know, even through PayPal and stuff. But there's a lot of interesting things with cuts like that, right? Like Epic Game Store, 88% cut to the dev. Steam or iOS or Google Play Store is 70% cut to the dev. Bandcamp's about 20%. Like, I've done a lot of research on this. It's just kind of an interesting thing across different mediums and stuff, you know. No, I mean I've been gradually using up the boxes. Yay. I used 3 boxes yesterday, although it's only one box was large enough to probably see any difference here. 2 of them were very small boxes. But we've very slowly been using up boxes. Kill them with fire. I'd rather use them to ship things than to burn them. There's a lot of places it seems like I should be able to get relevant information. Like, we've got this one with 5 spots around it. Can we find a way to narrow that down somehow? I mean, I guess, like, it's still 0 or 1 in all of these, and that's still true of these 2. So that does still mean this is 1 or 2. Does that matter? No. Not really. These don't overlap more than 1 square is the problem, Spent Shitty. If there were 2 squares these overlapped, we absolutely could. We know 1 of these 2 is, and 2 of these 3 are. But that could, for example, look like this, or it could look like this, for example. We'll probably have to use the remaining mine count to finish off some of the oddball things, like this one over here. And this stuff up here and up here. That's a lot to use that for, but if we get to that point, like, they might say there's only 2 mines left, right? So that means we know 1 of these 2 is, and 1 of these 2 is, and that means this isn't, and these ones over here aren't, and then those will tell us from there, you know? Yeah, at least 1 of these 2 is. I don't know how much that really helps us, though, right? Like, so at least 1 of those 2 is, means 0 or 1 of these 4 are. Oh, that means this is a mine. In fact, that does actually help us. Yeah, once we chain all 3 of these together. So this is a mine. 1 of these 2 has to be a mine, which means these 2 are safe. Verifying. So 1 or 2. 0 or 1. 1 or 2. So yeah, 1 of those 2 has to be... exactly 1 of those 2 has to be, not 2. So this is a mine, and those 2 are safe. Okay. So that was a lot. So we know this one's safe because one of these two is and one of these two is. So there's 3 mines left, so it has to be one of these two, one of that, and that. So we know that one's safe. Yeah, so that one's safe. Yep. So those ones are safe. And this one's safe. Yeah. There we go. Way to put you on the spot. Yep. All right. Sure, let's hop back to one that we skipped earlier because we're like, we did like part of it. So this was a pure hex level. Oh, this is pretty miserable. What did you just realize, Fox? It's probably a goat. That or some bananas. Yeah, I can see why I skipped out of this level. This is miserable. Take a guess first. You've trying to think of like I'm now trying to think of something that's like true and useful but not the answer. Oh, there you go, Anvar. That's what they're thinking. They just okay. Cheers, Fox. Thank you for the bits. You know, one of these two is. But they just spiral out too much. Ah, the RPG survey. Nice. Let's see. No. We don't know those two. Those two and those two. There's just no edges anywhere. There's no edges. I mean, there is an edge, but like the edge gives you partial information, so you're like, all right, well, 2 of these are, and then you try to spiral that out, and it doesn't go anywhere because there's not another edge for it to bounce off of. And then you also have like this funkiness here, right? 2 of these 3 are. But that could still pan out in a lot of different ways. Hey, Ricky Rio. I don't think that would actually help me. I don't think restarting one of these, because it's not like there's any, like... I guess it's technically possible there's wrong information there, but... It's pretty unlikely there's wrong information here that's clouding us, and it's a lot more likely we're just missing the connection, and completing it up to that point again is likely to be in the same spot. Salutations, Cake Surface. I mean, I guess the bottom has to be solvable, right? Well, maybe it is solvable just with mines remaining, though. No, it doesn't look like it needs mines remaining. Because there's not like a spare thing to press anywhere. You might need it with mines remaining. Let's see. Because that would be the difference between like an extra mine here and an extra mine here versus not having that. Yeah, there's like no direct overlap. So we'd have to at least chain some information somehow, somewhere. Raise your twinge V's. Gamble and click. Yeah, it still looks like mine count to me. Oh, you said I read yours as backwards, Cake. I thought you were like, oh, I'm pretty sure that you could do it without mines count. I'm like, I don't think so. It's good to double check though. And then we can almost do stuff with these pig tiles. But still not quite there either. The quest mark here is very rude, certainly. Kind of depends on what you're calling columns, so yes, you're not counting them that way. Like, this seems, there's like 2 or 3 spots that seem the most promising, and this is certainly one of them. Because we've got all the overlap of 2 of those 3, 2 of those 3, 1 of those 2, Yeah, it's kind of column 6 or column 4 or column 3, depending on how you count. Let's see. So, there's one here. There's 1 or 2 here. There's 1 or 2 here. That doesn't really chain from there. Like, that's 2 or 3 of these 4. Which doesn't quite interact with the 1. This seems fine, Tametsi. We know only 0 or 1 of all of these are. I'm glad, Tametsi. Yeah, I think. Alright, so this is 2 or 3. Or excuse me, that's 1 or 2. That's what I meant to say. But this one's 2 or 3, so I shouldn't have done that on all of this. No, I did that right. 2 or 3. Counting is still hard. I had it right. Catch you later, Gray Fox. It really varies on the game, Ketsu. Like, I think it's often somewhat beneficial to I don't know, both the kind of stream and just general frustrations with something like this. That if you're like not like, I think the way Thomas does it is specifically pretty good for a game like this, where it's like, okay, we've been at this for a while, then here's an area you might look for progress. Like, I think you can make it progress in this area if you look around here. Meanwhile, something like Baba Is You, the solutions to that are so specifically like interesting and clever that we've been stricter in that game, and we don't want anyone to backseat or spoil anything in that. But it's a complicated balance. Like it's always a balance, like, of what is most interesting for me, what's most interesting for viewers, and just trying to find the best spot on that. And on top of that, also, right, like I want people to feel like they can, you know, just kind of have a chill, relaxing time here, which for some people involves like trying to figure out the puzzle live themselves or offering help and stuff, and that's just kind of their natural approach. So that's why we're often fairly lax on spoiler stuff on like puzzle games and stuff. If effectively the really good puzzle games we're stricter on, right? Like, we were strict on spoilers on The Witness and Baba Is You. And I guess we were reasonably strict on spoilers on Snakebird. And there's a certain mentality in general that backseating on Twitch is like always bad, and I don't think that's the case. Like, in for a lot of reasons, but it's always good to ask if you're unsure, right? Like, and people are often very respectful about it. Like, that's what I like. It's like, hey, is it okay if I offer a suggestion or something like that? And like, that's always the best way to go about it. Oh god, so wrong, like, fake spoilers are still spoilers, just on that line of thought, Kick Surface, if you're talking about, like, a story spoiler or something, because, like, if it's a fake spoiler, and then I don't time out that fake spoiler, now the streamer knows that that's not the case, and, although one time I actually specifically abused that a little bit. I left a fake spoiler visible just long enough that the streamer would see it, and then timed it out, purposely misdirecting them for something in Undertale at one point. All right, so 2 of those 3, so 1 of those, 1 or 2, and all of this is 0 or 1. Does that help me with this at all? With this 4? If we know that that's 0 or 1? Probably not. Hey, RX Lib. We haven't started drawing like little animals in the corner yet, but soon. Okay. So 1 or 2, and that's 1 or 2. Yeah. In fact, that's overlapping partially with the 0 or 1, doesn't really do anything for us. Hey, Accounting Nightmare. Thank you kindly for the raid as always. What were you up to tonight? Up to the case, the 5th case in Phoenix, right? Gotcha. Thank you for showing me the badge! Appreciate it, Nightmare. It is approximately the best feature in Phoenix, right? It's showing people the badge. I never actually did case 5. We only ended up doing 1 through 4. Because they're so long. They're so long. I mean, I think from a viewing perspective, my commitment to slamming the desk every time they did in-game was probably pretty good from a viewing perspective. Not so much from my perspective. It was a mistake from my perspective. My hands were destroyed. Well, like, so I'd never seen her played before. Like, I do some of the memes when I do the meme of like just saying like objection back and forth and stuff like that. But I thought that was exaggerated. But no, literally the game is like objection, hold it, objection. Gets intense. Hey, Arturazu. Appreciate the 9 minutes of continued support. Yeah, 9 minutes. That sounds about right. 9 minutes is a long time. Like, think of how many speedruns of Putt Putt Saves the Zoo you could fit into 9 minutes. Can we connect to this meaningfully at all? So you got one here. 3 of these 4. So that means 1 or 2 of these. And there's 1 or 2 of these. Okay. So it does that much anyway. Hey, NLD. Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. Well, let me actually just check what the current record is, because I should know this at this point, but I've been out of the game for a while because the youngins are so good. I can't keep up with these folks anymore. Yeah, it's 34 seconds. 34.24 seconds. My PB was 47 seconds 4 years ago. That is now 10th place. That I believe was the record when I got it. I believe it was only the record for like. Was that the one that I only had the record for 6 hours? There's at least one time I got the record, and I only kept it for 6 hours. Hey, Yoshi Tails. So, yeah, 34 seconds. Alright. What new can we build off of all of this lovely information? Oh, this is a mine, right? One of these 2 is... Oh no, not necessarily. Exactly one of those 2 is. 2 of these 3 are. Oh, we can overlap here to here to here, right? So if we got this, so we know 2 of those 3 are. We know 2 of those 3 are. Also, we can get this mine here, right? Yeah, okay. So we know this is a mine. And, got one of those, so we can get both of those, which means this is a mine. So it's the same thing. Did that chain again for some reason? Hey there, iBot. Okay, we know one of these 2 is... Those 2 are safe. Likewise here. Then we get a bit of a cascade going. Those 2 are because of this and this. And now we're over here. This is one of these 3 is. You can now kind of divide this in multiple ways. One of those ways has to be helpful. We also got this. Have a good time, pause. Let's see. So we know 1 or 2 of those is. We know one of those is and one of those is. So we know only one of those is. Which means this is a mine. Which is not very helpful, but, you know. That's something. That doesn't change anything, yeah, looking at it the other direction. Or, it's like we can... Everything's linked up, but we know one of these two is, so this one's safe. Okay. Does that do anything else for us? Yeah, it means this one's safe. Okay, 5 mines. So... let's see, 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. Is there more than one way to do 5 here? 1. Yeah, this actually can't be a mine here, can it? Like so it has to be one of those sets, the green or the purple there. So that means this one's not a mine. Okay. Huzzah. We eventually got there at Lotus Pod. Can we do some squares? Okay, normal squares. Wires, you say? Oh, they're broken. They keep being broken. These gaps are so rude. And these question marks are probably even ruder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 15. Still a long ways to go before that 10's terribly relevant. Okay, so one of those 4 is, which means both of those are. Two of these 4 are, which means one of these 2 are, which means 2 of those 4 are, which means both of these are. Alright, so one of these is... yeah, so one of these 2 is... one of these 4 is... That doesn't really end up going anywhere, does it? No. Not easily, anyway. We gotta do something weird and new on this level. Let's clean this again now that we have more mines. Maybe that changes something. One of these 2 is... not easily. Is it possible to do anything meaningful in the middle? Normally we need edges. Although we can start both doing a chain and the 1 or 2 sort of thing a little more, huh? Yeah, but there's always like 2 options when we're going across, not just 1 that we're adding, so that makes that a lot more problematic. At least one of these 3 is. So, yeah, this is a 1 or 2, I guess. Yeah, it's a 1 or a 2. So this is 2 or 3. Which means this is a 1 or a 2. Which means this is a 2 or a 3, right? Okay, hold on. Is that right? That's good if we got there. Okay, 1 of those, so 1 of those. 1 or 2 of those. 2 or 3 of those. Which means 1 or 2 of those. Which is 2 or 3 of... No, this is... Excuse me. This is 1 or 2. Isn't it? Yeah. That's too bad. Alright, so 1 or 2 of the... Oh, it frees up these 2, though. That's still helpful. So 1 or 2 of these... means... 0... Oh no, that's 0 or 1 of these. 0 or 1 of those. 0 or 1 of those. One or 2 of those. Zero or 1 of all of these. Which means... So this is not 0. So that's exactly 1 of all of those. Exactly 1 of these 2. Which means these 2 are safe. Good God. Came that from over here to get 2 tiles over here. So 1 of these. 1 of these. Okay, so exactly 1 of these. Which means exactly 1 of these, which makes these 2 safe. So exactly 1 of those as well, right? Not necessarily, no. One of these, but that only means 1 of these 4. These 2 could still be both over here. So this is still a 1 or a 2. And a 2 or a 3. No, excuse me. That is also a 1 or a 2. 1 or a 2, which means those two have to be mines. And that is a 2, which means this is a 1. Which means this is a 1, which means these two are safe. Playing some ping pong here, it's intense. Yeah, I mean, I guess each of these wires is independently solvable, isn't it? Except for maybe one of them might need the mine count. But at least 3 out of these 4 wires are just independently solvable. So one of these two. One or 2 of these is still the case. Oh, let's look at this 2-1 overlap here now. That's all but one. No, there's 2 squares difference, not just 1. Dang. Oh, okay, no, we can chain that though. We can spring that up and down. So one of those 3, which means one of those 2, which means that's safe. And likewise there. Oh, I'm always a lot more hydrated than stay hydrated bots suggest, Dimodius. I probably drink about twice as much as it says every stream. Oh, we actually know this is exactly 1 now, right? So you know, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Okay, it's exactly 1 of those 3. Which I think means one of those 2 has to be right. Yeah, because exactly one of those, exactly one of those, exactly one of those, so these 2 are safe. The 1-1 overlap there gives us that. We can pick a couple of these 1s, so pick like this and this, so we know that the other squares are safe for the horizontal count here. I've considered some Machinarium music for the soundtrack, but this is not that. Alright, 1 wire solved. That was quite something. Alright. So 2 of those, which means 1 of those. And then what? 2 or 3 of all of these? Doesn't really tell us anything. Maybe it does. But no, this is from Fez. Definitely my favorite Fez song. Okay, so this is 0 or 1. So this is 1 or 2. This is 0 or 1. Which means this is 3 or 4. Which makes this 0 or 1. Which makes this 2 or 3. Which makes this 0 or 1. Which makes this 2 or 3, which makes it 2, which makes these 2 safe. Good God. Alright, so 2 there, 1's here. 3 of those are here, so there's 1 here. Which means there's 1 here, which means there's 1 here, which means these 2 are safe. You know, at least one of those 2 has to be next to, like these 4s of the row 2 here. One here, 3 here, 1 here, 2 here. We already know there's 1 here. Okay, we gotta do something a little different now, probably. There's 1 here. I hope I don't care about that. Two of those 4. That means at least 1 of these, right? And also at least 1 of these, so these 2 are safe. Oh, good God. Feels like I'm like clawing desperately for each little bit of information here. But we are making consistent progress, I suppose. There we go. 3 of those. 1 of those. Has anything changed meaningfully over here? 2 of those. Hold on. So we know 1 of those and 1 of those, right? So does that tell us anything else? Oh, it means that these 3 are. That's pretty big. So we know 1 of these and 1 of these, which means this one's safe. 1 of those, which means that's a mine. Those are safe. Hey, we didn't have to claw as much at the end. That was nice. Oh god, and then it begins again. Okay, one of these. One of these. One of these. One of these 5. Alright, so these are 0 or 1. Which means these are 1 or 2. Means this is 0 or 1. Which makes this 2 or 3, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, one of these, which means one of these 4. One of these 2, which means one of these 4, which means both of those. Alright, ping pong it back, right back. One of these 2, okay, well we don't have to go very far this time. Alright, so one of those, one of those, one of those, one of the, okay, that's even again. We need to mix up our tact somehow. Actually, mind counts can't really be it because we've already got mind counts in the column numbers, right? I guess, well, we can know if this is a mine right now. This is not a mine. Okay. Because we could add up the column numbers there. So... does that extra 2 do much for us? One of those. One of those. Let's go the other way now. Those 4. Oh, we know one of these and one of these, which means these 2 are safe. Yikes. Okay, that one's safe from the 2 here. Okay. 3 wires. Now I got the rude boy with the question marks up here, which really isn't that much different than the gaps, I suppose. Except there's a question mark right here to start. Incredibly rude. I mean, this is basically right to start too. Has faith. Look, we did them in the correct order, clearly. We used a piece of information. Oh, no, that would have helped in this one if we'd done it in the other way too, I guess. Just it would have helped this one instead of this one. Alright, one, 2, or 3 of these. I think that path only leads to misery. 2 or 3 of these. Okay, no, that's still helpful, actually. Right? 1, 2, or 3. So at least one of them has to be here. So this is a 1 or a 2. Yeah, so this is a 1 or a 2. Let's at least narrow it back down a little bit. Which makes this a 1 or a 2. Which makes this a 1 or a 2. Which makes this a 1 or a 2. I found a weird way to shade it. It still wasn't good enough. This last wire is clearly the hardest anyway, so it should be last. I'll tell you what though, Zapper, there's not a mine above every 2. No more than 6 of the 8 2s. That specific information will clearly be useful to us. There could be mines under 7 of the 8 2s though. Like how I just like gave the wrong emphasis to the wrong numbers there. Hey, Cerberate. That's true. There can't be one on top of all of those. So, if we assume there's a mine under every 2 possible, that means it's one of these that's missing it, and... no. Alright. What's something else useful we can look at here? Too much hot sauce on the eggs. Well, add more cheese then. Or sour cream if that's your thing. You can also add more egg, but if it's already, like, done cooking. Cheese and basically fatty dairy is your best bet for, weakening the, strength of, spice. So, sour cream, cheese, cream, stuff like that. Like, I don't like sour cream myself, but that's probably your best bet if you do like it. The hot sauce is called I Can't Feel My Face. Fair enough. Sounds like it's doing its job then. Every game's a rhythm game if you believe hard enough. That's an interesting zapper. Yeah. That is a lot more phallic than I meant it to be. Did not realize how that was gonna look. I'm drawing a clock, by the way. I'm making it better. Oh god. All right. Just abandon. Abandon. That was the grandfather clock. I'm sorry. Literally didn't even occur to me until I'd actually like drawn on the top of the clock. All right, drawing was a mistake. Know one of those two is. Did our weird set of stuff end up giving us, like if we stack our other bit of weird information, did that give us something else we can use? Like, we did that off of the 4, right? So that means 2, 3, or 4 of these are. Well, it can't be 4. So that means 2 or 3 of these are. So 1 or 2 of those are. Wait. No. 2, 3, or 4, so can't be 4, so 2 or 3. So 0 or 1. So 1 or 2. Yeah, alright. Could be 0 or 1. Hey, cat. I mean, I guess we can try going the other way with this stupid 4 nonsense. So 2 or 3 of these. We could also try using the tail end in either case of the 4 nonsense. 2 or 3 of these. Which means 0 or 1. Which means 1 or 2 of these. Do we care? No? Nice, cat. I didn't see how with the question mark there, Spence. It was pretty bodied by the question mark. Alright, let's try the backwards of the 4s. So this would be 2 or 3. So this will be 1 or 2. That works both ways, right? Yeah, but anyway, 1 or 2. 0 or 1 for all of that. Which means 1 or 2 there. Which means 0 or 1 here. Wait. But if we spring that back, it's only 1 or 2 here. Two or 3. 1 or 2. Zero or 1. 1 or 2. 0 or 1. 1 or no, that's the same 1 or 2. It's in the same place. It wasn't all 4. Zero, 1. 1 or 2. Back to the 2 or 3. Yeah, that's just back there again. That's 2 or 3. How does that interact with the reverse here? So you know that's 0 or 3 or 2 to 3 also right there. So 1 or 2. Wait. 1 or 2. No, that just means this is also 1 or 2. Which means this is 1 or 2. Which means these are 1 or 2. Hold on. If that's 1 or 2, didn't we get it so that only one of those was 1 or 2? No, we probably had it so one of them was 0 or 1. Which isn't enough to overlap information. Like, am I gonna have to just notate this all out? No more clocks. Clocks were a mistake.
This is a chicken intervention. Put down your eggs and remain calm. I repeat, this is a chicken intervention. Put down your eggs and remain calm.
Hey there, Dilemma. This is all terrible. Wait, we got a 1 to 2 here. How did we get just a 1 to 2 in a single before? That would help a lot, probably. Maybe? No, even if we have a 1 to 2 and another 1 to 2 overlapping, that isn't fully exclusionary. Has fate. Maybe. So that's 0 to 1. Yeah, which means only those are also 1 to 2. But it could mean there's like 1 here and like 1 here or something, though, right? That's still a possibility. I guess that means we know this isn't 2, though, for whatever that's worth. Like, we know all of this is 0 to 1. So we've got this interesting double overlap here. So we know there's not 2 here. So that means we know there's one of these 4, right? Exactly one of those 4 is... Which means exactly one of these is. Specifically. Which means these 2 are safe. Okay, I'm so glad that wasn't wrong. Oh my god. We have clicked tiles after like 15 minutes here. part of what I said wasn't true. So it's possible this wasn't entirely accurate. It got us correct results, whether it was accurate or not. I don't know. I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's lies. I'm not going to go back through the entire logic to figure out if it's lies or not. I'm only going to proceed from where we're at. Yeah, I never played Little Nemo, but I just kind of pretty recently found some of the songs from it. I think on Annie's stream, actually, and it was really good. No, that's not true. Just overlapping a pile of nonsense. Thank you kindly for the continuation of support, Eder. Well, at least part of my deduction was wrong because, like, there's no confidence that this is exactly 1 rather than still 1 or 2. But the other part might have been right. I don't know. I don't know. We can dream. Technically, with this plus this, can't we also say this? Is that helpful at all, or even accurate? I'm less confident. Let's just not. We tried that, Cat. It was a mistake. Drawing's forbidden forever. Purple is a pretty bad color for this, by the by. Well, we know this isn't 2, actually. So we know that's actually exactly 1, don't we? Yeah, let's erase it first. Because there's no way it could be 2 because there's already 1 here. Wait, that's not accurate. I'm just... No. Trying to make things work that aren't true. Because it could still be these 2 right here. That would still be legal. I mean, I guess we could say this is true. And that's true. Nice fit. So we can pretend. Put that there. Oh, it's 1 or 2. If you're asking like about this like 0 to 1 and why it's not 0, 1, or 2, it's because of other information from somewhere else that made that 0 to 1 even before we had these ones in their place. Basically, yeah, it would end up conflicting with the 4s and 3s. Or this 2 over here, sort of. Yeah, it's a mess. Those are 2 separate groups, Kat. So, like, this group of 4 is 2 to 3, this other separate group is 2 to 3, which means they're both 2... No, because they're overlapping. Miserable. Clearly what we don't have is enough lines on this board. Oh man, we can add another little purple hook over here if we want. Yo. Does any of this mean anything? Means we get another yellow line here, right? Yeah, another yellow line right there. Perfect. More lines. Okay, we got something here. Sort of, maybe. I think this means there's exactly one here and exactly one here, which is really good if true. Like, if there's 0 here, impossible. So there has to be 1 here, there has to be 1 here. Okay. We've upgraded our information here. So with that, we know that these 2 are safe. Oh my god, it's wrong. Well, that deduction was correct, but what led to those deductions was not correct. Yeah, basically what I figured out at the end was correct, Kat, but for some reason whatever I did to get to that information in the first place with the 0 to 1s or the 1s to 2 was not correct. So basically nothing, everything's just a lie now. There's only one, like, there's like 2 lines on this board I'm even confident in anymore. This is like miserable enough. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do this and proceed as best we can here. Alright, so goodbye lines forever. Well, we probably want to keep our key here, right? Sure, I could have left the blue lines, those were still correct. Alright, so there's exactly 1 mine over here. Oh, no. Alright, well, I mean, based on our new information, our illicit, cheated information, we know those 2 are safe. So, you know, it's nice, I guess. Cheated information's pretty strong. Yeah. Cheated information's real good. That's the best kind of information because you know you can trust it. It's fairly easy to know on which side of the 13th column. So that was the one that was the guaranteed. Huh. So you're saying I could have gotten vertical information instead of horizontal information before getting anything? Sounds possible. I believe that has never happened on any of these. Not just this level, any of them like this at all. One of these, which means one of these, which means one of these. Alright, well there's our 5 mods. 1 in each column left. Almost all of them on the bottom. This is one of the most obscure songs in the playlist, probably. Or just is. There's a decent number of obscure songs in the playlist. That is certainly one of them, though. Oh yeah, we got this here. Alright. Hooray. That was just extrapolated, Cat, because there was a 1 over here that already said there had to be 1 there, and it was next to a 2. So that meant there was only 2 spaces for the second mine of the 2 to go, so that had to be here, and that just chained all the way down. Alright, well that's officially the most cheated level we have.